You're listening to the Weekend Sport Podcast with Jason Payne from News Talk ZB.
No Shane Van Gisbergen or Scott McLaughlin to cheer for in supercars anymore, but there is a team you might want to latch on to in 2024, Grove Racing, featuring two Kiwis in their Penrite Mustangs, Richie Stanaway and Matt Payne, who joins us now. Matt, thanks for taking the time. Your rise has been pretty rapid, from Toyota Racing Series and Australian Carrera Cup Series to Super 2 and now into supercars. How do you reflect back on the last 3 years?
You don't. You just keep going. Yeah, obviously it's been a busy sort of last 4 years for us. It's been very cool the last year to, obviously be in supercars and finish out my full-time season with a win. And it's proving to be very fun, and hopefully we can improve on it this year.
Your season-ending win in Adelaide last year, how significant was that for you?
Oh, it's very significant. It's always nice to sort of get the first one done, and sort of take the pressure off a bit for trying to get a win for this year for the first one. So it's obviously very important. It's good to sort of reward the boys. I think with a win like that, they all worked tireless hours and really hard throughout last year. So it was probably the best thing we could have done, and I think it gives us really good confidence going into this year.
And an 8-second win as well. That's a big win, man. What went so well for you that day?
Just everything. Everything went well. The pit stops were all right. The start was good. The pace of the car was good. That's what happens when you get everything right. We didn't really make a single mistake, which is what you have to do to win, and it obviously showed it. So it just all worked out on that day.
You love that. And it was at the end of a really good period for you. I think 9 straight top 10 qualifying results, a couple of front rows. How much of that improvement and consistency was about just spending time in the car?
Oh, I think the majority of it probably was. We sort of struggled a little bit in the middle of the year, just with the car speed, and I was sort of still getting used to it a little bit. So we definitely got on top of it. After we had a couple of rookie days that we went and did, and that helped a lot to try and sort of understand what we needed to get from the setup and such in terms of things. So it helped us a lot, and obviously we came on really strong throughout the end of the year, and I think my driving got a lot better. So it was really nice to see some good results coming in, and it gave me good confidence to sort of say, hey, look, I think we've got a really good shot at doing well here and continuing to do well for the future races to come.
And of course, you raced Bathurst in 2022. How significant was that in getting you ready for your first full supercar season in 2023?
Yeah, doing Bathurst back with Lee was awesome. We had a lot of fun. We were probably a little bit relaxed, just sort of took it easy, and I think that sort of helped us get the good result we got. So it was nice doing that. Obviously I'd sort of been doing the Super 2 season as well, and I think that helped a lot with my racing in terms of, trying to step up to the main game. And I think, all of what we did in 2022 was a big help towards sort of my 2023 season, because it is a big step up from the Super 2 categories, so there's a lot of things you don't do in Super 2 that you have to do in supercars that aren't really seen. So it's a big step up. It's a lot of work.
Can you tell us what some of those things are that you really have to step up between Super 2 and supercars?
Phone calls like this. We have a lot of media that want interviews, and we have PR appearances. We've got sponsorship attendance we have to do. So if that's going out for dinner with a group of people, and a lot of team-based stuff. There's obviously a lot of work around sort of just the race weekend itself. We have a lot more signing sessions. There's meetings. There's a lot more meetings. There's more sessions you have to do. So it's almost like it's sort of stepped up, probably 4 or 5 times a notch in terms of just the actual amount of work you have to do. So it's quite a big adjustment, and I think it takes a little bit to get used to at the start, but it sort of comes with time, I guess.
You've talked a couple of times, Matt, about the team and the team that's wrapped around you. Can you just talk a bit about that support and the kind of support that is wrapped around you by your team in supercars?
Yeah, obviously, like the team for me is everything. That's what sort of drives you, and that's what they build your car, they do your setup. That's how I'm going to win races, is by having a good car. So it's really crucial for me that we always look after the boys and make sure they're the work ethic is clean and everything like that. So it's probably one thing that I didn't understand in Super 2 is that the team environment is almost it's like you're one big family. So it's really crucial to all get along and have your banter and have some fun, but at the same time you all really need to work together well and all want to achieve the same thing, and that's to win. So it's really cool. Like, we've got a really good group of guys now, and we all get along really well. So it's a lot of fun for me each time I come into the workshop, and you go away for a race weekend, and you do have a lot of fun, and there's some good memories being made.
Do you feel as though there's a new generation of younger yet still competitive drivers coming onto the supercars circuit?
Yeah, I think there probably is. There's probably a few more to come, and then I think there's always young drivers coming through, and they seem to almost be getting better and better as the years go on. So it's cool to see the younger people step up to supercars, and it's always a good challenge for us to see if we can, still hold our own. But I'm still young. I still, I don't feel like a rookie anymore, but it's only my second season, so people probably still see me as someone that's just come in. But it's great to see the younger people, especially in New Zealand, with all the karting and stuff and the sort of junior racing series that they have over there. It's great to watch the talent.
Without getting too carried away, if you were to win the championship this year, you'd be the second youngest to do it after Craig Lowndes. That was back in 1996. Is that a record that you were aware of or are aware of, or have I just let you in on that?
I think you just let me in on that. So if I win the championship this year, I will probably just think about that straight away.
Oh, brilliant. And is this what you've always wanted? Can you take us back to where it all started? When did you first jump into a car of any sort?
Oh man, like racing's the only thing I've ever really wanted to do, and it all started when I was 5, and I started in go-karting, and I did go-karting for a very long time, and me and my dad, it was probably after a few years where we started going well, and we probably thought, hey, we could probably make something of this, or try and actually be serious about it. And now I'm here, so it's obviously my dream job to be racing here, and especially in supercars with such a great team. It's a great privilege. So it's awesome, but at the same time, you still got to work hard, and you still got to be on it every day to try and improve and be going for that next step. So it's cool to sort of see the journey I've come on, but also there's many years to come where hopefully we can have some really good results.
And Richie Stanaway alongside you in the team, how does that sort of work in terms of being teammates? Because I guess you're also competitors across a race weekend, are you?
Yeah, clearly. Like, I think your biggest competitor is always your teammate, because they're usually in the same car, and it's your best gauge of sort of how you're going compared to the same equipment. So obviously it's very competitive when we're at the track and racing and things like that. But at the same time, I think we work well together to just try and make our cars as fast as possible. So I think the main goal is always to make our cars as best as we can and as fast as we can. And then, once the racing starts, you sort of sort it out from there. But he's a really good guy to work with, and I think we're going to be set for this year.
Brilliant, mate. Well, Bathurst 500 is back end of February. So what do we start of February now? So have you been in the car for some pre-season testing yet?
Well, no, we have our first test day next week at Winton, our first day. So looking forward to that, and getting out and driving again. It's going to be nice. Outstanding.
Matt, it's been great chatting to you, mate. Thanks for taking the time. All the best for a terrific 2024, and I hope you're standing on the podium more often than you're not in 2024.
Perfect. Thanks, mate.
Thank you, mate. That is Matt Payne out of Grove Racing. He and Richie Stanaway flying the flag, the Kiwi flag, or a couple of the Kiwis in supercars this year. Bathurst 500 is the first event in 3 weeks' time.
For more from Weekend Sport with Jason Pine, listen live to News Talk ZB weekends from midday or follow the podcast on iHeartRadio.